When human help failed, something otherworldly stepped in. The wind howled outside the old farmhouse in rural North Carolina, the shutters creaking with every gust. Inside, the house was quiet, too quiet. Emily stood in the kitchen, her hands trembling as she washed a chipped coffee cup. The sleeve of her sweater slipped down, revealing a fresh bruise on her forearm. Her husband, Travis, was asleep upstairs, snoring like a chainsaw. He had come home drunk again last night, his usual pattern. The shouting, the pushing, the threats. It was all part of a life Emily had grown used to after 5 years of marriage. She hadn't always lived in fear. Once, she was full of light, laughter, and dreams. But Travis had drained it all from her slowly, cruelly, intentionally. And yet, something had changed lately. It began a week ago, when she started hearing whispers. At first, she thought it was the wind. Then, late at night, she'd hear her name spoken gently near her ear. Emily. As if someone invisible stood right beside her. She assumed she was losing her mind, but the whispers didn't stop. The first real sign came on a Tuesday night. Travis had thrown his beer bottle across the living room, shattering it against the wall. "Why's dinner cold again?" he had yelled, grabbing Emily by the wrist. She didn't scream. She never did anymore. But then, the lights flickered. Once, twice. The air in the room turned ice-cold. Travis froze. "What the hell? He muttered. A mirror above the fireplace shattered, spider webbing on its own. He stumbled back, suddenly pale, letting go of Emily's wrist. She stood there, stunned. The tension vanished from the air as quickly as it had appeared. That night, she lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Something had protected her. Someone. Emily hadn't believed in ghosts before. Not really. But now, she began to feel watched, not in a terrifying way, but in a protective one. When Travis came home angry again on Friday, every glass in the cupboard cracked simultaneously. He stopped mid-rant, sweat beading on his forehead. "You doing this?" He barked at her, though she stood frozen in place. I don't know what's happening," she stammered. But inside, something flickered hope. The next night, she finally spoke to it. Double quotes, if ... "You're real," she whispered into the dimness of her bedroom. "Please help me. I don't know what to do." She felt the room grow colder, but not painfully so, like standing in a cool fog. Then, the lamp beside her bed flicked on by itself. She gasped. "Who are you?" she asked, sitting upright. There was no verbal reply. But she saw it. Asterisk on the frosted window pane. Letters slowly formed, as if traced by an invisible finger. "I see you." She burst into tears. She hadn't heard those words in years. The ghost's presence grew stronger. Travis began to lose sleep. Lights turned on at random. Doors slammed when no one touched them. His favorite leather chair was slashed one morning, deep claw-like rips running across it. "Your damn house is haunted," he growled, accusing her. "It's not my house," she replied, something cold in her tone. It was the first time she'd snapped back in months. His eyes narrowed. "I oughta," but the hallway door slammed behind him so hard. A picture fell off the wall. He flinched. "Screw this," he muttered and stormed out. She didn't know where he went. She didn't care. That night, she dared to ask, "Why are you helping me?" This time, the ghost gave more. On her nightstand, an old photograph appeared, one she'd never seen before. It showed a young woman standing in front of the same farmhouse, wearing a 1940s-style dress. She looked like Emily... but wasn't. Her eyes held the same quiet fear. On the back, written in faded ink, "Lena Mayfield. Died 1947. A quick search on her old laptop confirmed it. Lena Mayfield was murdered in the farmhouse. By her husband. Authorities found her body in the well. Out back. Asterisk, the case was never solved. Emily's heart twisted. She whispered into the dark. He hurt you too, didn't he? The lamp turned on and off twice. Ah yes, a sister in suffering. A ghost left behind not for revenge, but for justice. Things escalated fast after that one night. Travis came home. Earlier than usual, dead drunk, slamming the door open and shouting her name. I know what you're doing. He screamed. You witch! You and your invisible pet think you can scare me? Emily backed away as he stormed in. He swung at her. She ducked. He grabbed her by the hair, slamming her against the kitchen wall. And that's when the temperature in the house dropped to freezing. The walls groaned. Every light bulb exploded in a flash. Travis screamed. The ghost made itself known. Lena's full form appeared misty and glowing between Emily and Travis. Her eyes blazed white. Travis stumbled back, fell over the table, and writhed as invisible. Hands clawed at him. You killed me. Lena's voice rang out, not from her lips, but from the walls, the floor, everywhere. You will not kill her. Emily screamed, covering her ears, tears pouring down. Asterisk, Travis howled. He scrambled to the door and fled the house barefoot, blood trailing from his nose. Asterisk, he never came back. Days later, police showed up. Travis was dead. Car crash. His truck swerved off a bridge. Witnesses claimed he was screaming at no one, trying to escape something inside the cab. The official report said alcohol was involved. No foul play suspected. Emily knew better. The farmhouse felt warmer afterward. Asterisk. Peaceful. Emily stood by the well where Lena's life had ended. She whispered, Thank you for saving me. A breeze brushed her cheek like a soft kiss. She planted daisies near the edge. Months passed. Emily began to rebuild her life. She got a job in town, waitressing at a small diner. The regulars were kind, and slowly she started to smile again. One older woman named Ruth took her under her wing, always bringing her little baked treats and stories. I remember that old farmhouse, Ruth said one day, sipping her coffee. They say it's haunted. Emily chuckled. Maybe, but if it is, it's the kind of ghost that saves people. Ruth raised an eyebrow. You believe in that? I do now. She kept living in the farmhouse. Not out of fear, but because it felt like home, and she never felt alone. At night, when the wind whispered through the windows, she sometimes felt Lena watching over her. Not haunting-guarding. One evening, Emily lit a candle and placed it beside Lena's old photo. You didn't deserve what happened to you, she said softly, but you stopped the cycle. You saved me. A soft knock echoed from the hallway. No one was there, but Emily smiled. Years later, she opened a small counseling center for women in town. Lena's Light, a safe space for victims of domestic abuse. A place to break the cycle, just like someone once did for her. Whenever she sat in her office late at night, planning fundraisers or responding to messages, she'd feel it again. That cool breeze brushing her shoulder, a flicker in the lamp, a quiet warmth, a promise, maybe, that Emily was never alone again, and that Lena, though gone, was never forgotten. Asterisk, if my friends liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, because to see such exciting and funny videos, it is necessary to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.